Okie dokie. The little thing says I am live. Hello, everybody. Oh, wait, I got to change something here. Do something different. There. Okay. Got that going. All righty here. Here we go. Come over here. Do a couple things on this end so everybody can see me and hear me. Do all that good stuff. Go there. Do that. Go to the public. Save it. And there we go. Hopefully I'm live. Okay. I'm live in one spot. Should be live in another spot as well. Hold on a second here. I'm checking it all out before I get it rocking and rolling. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second here. All right. All right. All right. If I do this, go to my channel. Friday evening live. Okay. All right. That's live there. And one more place on Twitch. Make sure Twitch is going okay. And I'll tell you guys what's going on once we get all this stuff happening here. You go to the channel. And oh, look at that. Okay. All right. So where are we at? All right. Oh, why didn't that show up? Feel free to ask me anything. My viewers. Okay. That's why, because I had it in the wrong place. Comment, private chat. All right. So here we go. Salute. Cheers. Popcorn and whiskey. Friday night special edition. Wow. All kinds of stuff happening. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's see here. Let me just lean back and chit chat a few minutes here. Boy, this shirt is awful shiny in this light. So didn't know which hat I was going to wear tonight. So I ended up getting this red hat, which is supposed to go with, well, I guess different color, different shades of red in Rural King. Yep. Which I'm looking for hat sponsors so I can wear different hats on here. I like hats. I have a whole collection of hats. I can literally wear the same hat, excuse me, a different hat every time I go on, and you'll never see the same hat twice. Now, have I wore the same hat twice? Absolutely. So now I'm getting another St. Joseph's College hat soon as well. I got to support my alma mater, do all that good stuff. So tonight I'm sporting this Rural King hat. Rural King, if you're in a position or a spot you don't know what a Rural King is, it's more of a farm type of store, like a Tractor Supply type store. If you have Tractor Supplies, one of those. Around my area, probably within 20 miles, there are two different Rural Kings, or two Rural Kings. I guess they're not really, well, I guess it would be different if two of them. One of them I cannot stand going to. Man, I will avoid that at all costs. I don't like going into it. I just think it's grungy and dingy and yuck. But the other one, just the opposite. If I have a chance to go, I go. Rural King. And they also have popcorn. You can walk in and get a bag of popcorn and just walk around the store. When my dad was alive, him and I would often go to that store just to walk around because we liked it so much. And he was the same way. He could not stand the other one. But the one and I'll even say the one in Paris, Illinois, love that store. And don't ask me why. It's just a different ambiance about it, different attitude about the store, friendliness. And it's just a good vibe. I really enjoy it. But the other one in Terre Haute, Indiana, I can't stand it. No, if I can avoid it at all costs, I will. So that's Rural King. So if anybody out there works for Rural King, or know somebody at Rural King, and have them sponsor me. That's right. Sponsor the show. Sponsor the popcorn and whiskey show. Oh, every time I say popcorn and whiskey, I should take a drink. So once again, cheers. Here we go. Okay. Somebody had asked me earlier today if I was going to go live tonight. So I decided, okay, for them, I'll go live and talk about a few things. So, Brenda, if you're on, let me know you're on. Say hello, because you are the reason I came on live tonight. Because I wasn't even thinking about it, and I said, okay, what the heck? There is so much going on. Let's talk movies first. All right, we'll start off with the movies. Barbie movie comes out tonight. I don't get it. What is all the hubbub about with this Barbie movie? And it's funny because the more people I talk to, you either really, really, really want to see it, or you really, 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 really don't want to see it. I'm on this side. See, I'm already bored talking about. I really, 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 really don't want to see it. Hello, Brenda. There you're on there. The Barbie movie, and I watched a clip or a trailer from Ryan Gosling as playing Ken, and he's doing some sort of singing thing. So I don't know if this is a musical or what. I mean, the only reason I would go to the theater and see it, I may see it if it comes to one of the pay channels. I may see it, but the only reason I would go to a theater and see it, the only reason, is if Margot Robbie gets naked. I doubt she's going to get naked. So the chances of me going to the theater and seeing Barbie are pretty slim at this point. Nah, probably won't be going to see it. Now, this other movie, Oppenheimer, whatever it's called, about the nuclear war thingy, I haven't seen it advertised much. I guess it has been. But people are dying to see this movie. To see this movie as well. So a lot of people are doing what they call the double feature. It's called the Barbieheimer or something like that. They're going to see Barbie and they're going to see Oppenheimer. How the two can be related is beyond me, but people are going to see it. Again, I ask why? What is the attraction to the Barbie movie? Again, outside of Margot Robbie being naked, what is the attraction to it? If somebody can fill me in on that one, that would be great. I just need a drink after that. So, because I don't get it. Now, a movie I we'll see. Let's see here. Brenda, I said I was a huge Barbie lover when I was younger. Had all of her stuff. Not doubting that. I mean, the Mattel Barbie stuff was huge. Apparently, it still is huge. But the movie itself, huh? So what? I don't even know what the movie is about, and I'm not about to go check it out. Wow, gee whiz! I haven't yawned all week long. The camera turns on, the microphone turns on, I start yawning. So there you go. Let's see. The last movie I saw at the theater was Fast X, which I did a movie review on it on my YouTube channel. Go to the Popcorn and Whiskey YouTube. Brenda, it'll be a hit with the kids. All right. Hey, Lori's on here. My granddaughter is excited to see it tonight at the drive-in. Okay, fantastic. If I were going to go to the movies, I'd go to the Paris Theater. I talked about Paris a little bit ago. The Paris Theater, which $6 to get in, $6 for a movie, and then another, I think, $8-9. You get large popcorn, large drink, and you're good to go. And unlimited refills, you're good to go. So that's what I would do. Drive-in. I guess drive-ins are different nowadays because last time I went to the drive-in, I don't think you were able to do the broadcast in the car radio yet. Well, last time, that's how long it's been since I've been to a drive-through. But Lori says, thank goodness I didn't have to go. Oh, come on, Lori. You want to go, you know it. Absolutely. So I think the last theater or movie I saw at a drive-in, gee whiz, let me think here, was there's a place outside of Indianapolis called Claremont. It's on the west side of Indy, and they had a drive-in theater. and I don't know why I remember this, but I do. And then my girlfriend and I went at the time. We went and saw The Incredible Hulk, the first one. It was so boring. We both fell asleep. And so I remember somebody telling me, he says, I know why you guys going to the drive-in tonight. We're like, why? Because he says, you guys want to fool around. I said, dude, we both have houses. Why in the world would we want to crouch in the back seat of my little car to go do something? And we're going to go see the movie, and we both fell asleep during it. So, but I guess it's different nowadays, because that's we had to put the speaker in the window still. I guess nowadays with the drive-ins, it's you have to go in and put your car stereo to a certain frequency or something. Let's see, Brenda. My last drive-in movie was Valley Girl in the 80s. Valley Girl, one of my top 10 favorite movies. I can quote any line you want from it. Absolutely. Deborah Foreman, I had the biggest crush on Deborah Foreman. She was the star of the movie. Holy moly. I had the biggest crush on her. Here's a funny Deborah Foreman story. Oh my God, this is so funny. This is when websites, emails, things of that sort. This is way before social media. This is in the late 90s. Anita, hey Drew. Haven't been on in a while. Hi Anita. Hey, check your messages, because I sent you a message and you haven't responded to it yet. Gabbing with a spoon, like totally. Yeah, you're right. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, my Deborah Foreman story. This is funny. So she had, and I don't know if she still has her or not, because I haven't even tried looking for her. But when the websites or the World Wide Web first came into existence, people started to get on it. People had emails and everything else. I came across a website of hers when she was doing yoga, some sort of teaching yoga classes or something. She was no longer actress. She was doing yoga. I think she was in Texas, but I could be wrong with that. I don't remember exactly where. So I said, how can I get her attention? Because I'm sure everyone on the planet's emailing her. That's how we thought at the time. Anybody has email, they're gonna, especially if there were any kind of celebrity, they're going to get a gazillion emails. I said, okay, how can I get her attention via an email? I don't know why I just remembered this, but this was so funny. So I sent her an email, because I didn't know if it was actually her or not. So I said, I need to do something to see if she'll actually respond to it. And I'm going to make up a story, because then if she says yes, she remembers that the story, I'll know it's a lie. And if she said no, I'll know it's the truth. That's how my mentality worked at the time. So I sent her an email saying that, do you remember me? I met you at an airport and blah, 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 and going through, and I had you sign a book as an autograph, and we started talking and sat together on the flight and blah, 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 all this made up story. She writes back, you must get the wrong person, because that never happened to me. I'm like, ha! It's the truth. It's actually Deborah. I sent her a message back, and it's the last I heard of her. She was probably saying, who is this stalker weirdo coming at me? So that's why I knew it was Deborah Foreman. And no, I have not looked her up ever since. This was, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, it was funny. But no, Valley Girl. Love the movie Valley Girl. That was the movie, and I'm 99% sure this is accurate. Nicolas Cage was the co-star. He was the lead guy role in that. That was the first time. Yeah, he was still young at the time, but he made appearances in other movies, cameos and things of that sort, because his father or uncle was Francis Ford Coppola, I do believe. He that was the first role he had where he was Nicolas Cage. Until then, he was Nick Coppola, I do believe. I'm not. Once again, I'm 99% sure about that one, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. And ever since then, outside of the National Treasure movies, he's not that good of an actor. I've probably seen most of his movies. Unfortunately, I'm just not a fan of Nicolas Cage outside of Valley Girl. In the The Plimsouls, which was a music group, had some cameos in that movie as well. The Plimsouls rocked. I'm telling you what, the Plimsouls rocked in the early 80s. And also Josie Cotton is another one. I'm probably one of the only people alive that bought her album. I actually had the soundtrack to Valley Girl as well. Here's another funny story about that. Oh, Brenda, love Nick Cage movies. Face Off was great. Ugh. I tell you one Nick Cage movie that I refuse to watch again, just because to me it was so disturbing. It's called 8mm. Why'd you make me think about that? Now I won't be able to go to sleep tonight because it was just so disturbing to me, and I won't watch it again. All right, Anita, I've been busy with Mary Kay business. Hey, Anita, Anita does Mary Kay. I'll be moving up in the company soon, getting my red jacket. Just wanted to share good news. Great. Good job, Anita. I know I've been talking with your upline, Felicia, quite a bit, and her and I are doing something as well. Let's see. I want to see the new Indiana Jones movie. You know, I don't, because the last Indiana Jones movie was horrible. And see, Brenda, yeah, I saw that. Very disturbing. Which one have you seen, Brian? 8mm or the Indiana Jones? Hi, Brian. Brian's another one on here. So we got two different movie discussions. Actually, three different movie discussions. Valley Girl, like for sure. No, Josie Cotton, as I was saying, I'm probably the only one that actually bought her album, and loved loved that album, by the way. And here's a little known fact about the Valley Girl movie soundtrack. Whether this is true or not is beyond me. All right, but I'm just telling you what had happened. Some of the facts that Brenda 8mm. Yep, absolutely. That's disturbing. There was in Lafayette, Indiana. I have when I was in college, I had a buddy who was a record nerd, collected odd records and things of that sort. So every so often, when I was in college, I was in Rensselaer, which was less than an hour drive to Lafayette. So I'd go with him to this record store every so often. And this record store had every obscure record album you can think of. This is right before CDs started to come out. And so I had asked them, I said, have you ever heard of their soundtrack to the movie Valley Girl? And the guy told me that was one of the most requested movie soundtracks he ever had, but they never came out at that time. They never came out with the movie soundtrack. He only had two that were bootleg copies from overseas somewhere that came through his store, and he knew everything. This guy knew everything. Whether it could have been lying to me, but I remember it like to this day. It was vivid. Could have been lying to me. He said he had two come through his store, and both of them lasted less than a day. That's how popular it was. But he said at that time it was the most requested movie soundtrack, and they didn't come out with it. A few years later, I'd say maybe about 10 years later, 5-10 years later, they actually came out with the soundtrack on CD, and of course I bought it. I don't know. I would assume I still have it somewhere, but I'm not for certain on that one either. But Josie Cotton got her album, put it, burn it to a CD, and I have it somewhere. The Plimsouls, they were everywhere. The song "A Million Miles Away," which is great, by the way. Yeah, Brian, hey brother, yeah, absolutely. The Plimsouls are great. Josie Cotton, great. Deborah Foreman, fantastic. The gosh, that movie is so fun. I'm gonna have to watch it again, like for sure. Valley Girl is so great. But no, we got this card. For those just joining us, Brenda and I were she was messaging me. I was talking, and that's the last movie she saw at the drive-in. So here's a question: what's the last movie you saw at the drive-in theater? Actually, Brenda was Valley Girl. Yeah, mine was The Incredible Hulk. Boo, it was horrible. So there you go. And okay, Anita, I need to get with you and get your help with weight loss for Kenny. Absolutely. Hey, no problem. No problem, Anita. I'll be more than happy to help you and Kenny out, do whatever. It's on you, though. I mean, I'll help you out as much as I can, but you guys actually got to do the work, put the work into it. Freaky Friday, and he went and saw the Freaky Friday, the original or the remake. There you go, the original or the remake. So those are the movies. Anybody else out there want to talk movies? We can talk movies. No, Brian said or who said the Indiana Jones movie? Was that back up here? Oh yeah. Brian can't remember his last movie. So Indiana Jones movie. Talked to a few people who saw it, and they said it was okay at best. But I have zero desire to see it because the last Indiana Jones movie was so freaking horrible. It was bad. Now, the new Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, almost wanted to see it tonight. Almost went and saw it tonight. I'm like, nah, because going back to the Barbie thing, there's so many teeny bopper people want to see Barbie, and the theater I go to has 2 movies playing, and they start like 10 minutes apart. So you're going to have so many people going to see Barbie. I didn't want to be in the middle or the madhouse, because then I have to take a while to get my popcorn. I'd be pissed at that. Let's see. Brian says Harrison Ford is really too old for it. He is, but he's Indiana Jones, and they didn't dish it off to the next guy, to the last guy, because he was the guy who played his son, whoever that was, because he was an idiot, basically. Brian, the new Mission Impossible is great. I've heard that as well. That's why I wanted to see it. I've liked all the Mission Impossible so far. There's a mystique to it that I really like, and I don't know what it is. People can say anything they want about Tom Cruise, but he's got some blockbusters. And I heard this about Tom Cruise the other day, speaking of actors, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that him and his family, or his mom and dad, I should say, grew up really, really poor. So, but I don't know. And now he's like worth $600 million or $1 billion or something like that. And I believe it, because he does very well. It's a great setup for a series finale with Cruise, Brian says. Oh, really? I didn't know there was going to be a series finale. So I guess there's going to be one more after this. I did not know that. And I'll admit, I have not looked much into it, so I don't know. It's my whiskey, by the way, popcorn and whiskey. Here you go. And Lori says he does all his own stunts, which is incredible. Yeah, it is. Very, very, very incredible. I don't think there's too many Hollywood actors that do all their own stunts. I've always heard that Jackie Chan did all his own stunts. I heard that Tom Cruise did all his own stunts. I don't know too many others action folks there that is. Trying to think here. Let's see. Only one more. My question is, does Ethan Hawke survive? Don't give me any spoilers like that, for crying out loud. Gee whiz. Speaking of spoilers, holy moly. There was and people watching right now, you guys remember the television show 24 with Kiefer Sutherland? Do you know, and when you think about it, it makes sense. It changed the way people watch television. Let's see, Brenda, try watching the last Thor movie. Ugh, 5 minutes in, terrible. I'd have to agree. They made Thor, every movie they made Thor more and more sissy. He was a sissy more and more. So the Thor movies went down and down and down. I also don't like the fact that if Thor was the only one worthy of grabbing the hammer, why was Thor's sister able to stop the hammer and crush it? I can never understand that. And so if somebody can tell me why, that would be great. Because I do not know the answer to that. Now, oh yeah, the movie 24. It changed the way people watch television, and here's why. And I heard a radio talk show host talking about this. This is why I started thinking, I'm like, he was right. He says, being in the influential media position that he was, he says that he gets advanced copies of everything. And so when he was a huge fan of the show 24, so he got like the first 5 or 6 episodes. Now, for those who don't know, 24 came out before all the on the pay thing, before the streaming services. This was in the early 2000s, late 2000s, before any streaming services. So it was on once a week for supposed to be 24 consecutive weeks, because each week was an hour worth of time in a day. That's why I call it 24. But sometimes there was, Brenda, Captain America able to grab the hammer because he was worthy. All right, there's another one. But the 24, so it was 24 consecutive weeks, but sometimes they doubled up on it, so it wasn't that much. But people were riveted to the television. And here's the thing: people did not want to know spoilers. Up until then, people wanted to know, like, who shot JR. People were trying to find out everything about it, right, before it actually happened. 24 happened. People did not want to know spoilers because it was so riveting. It was so unexpected. You didn't know what was coming up, so they did not want to know spoilers. And so this guy in the media, the talk show host I was listening to all the time, he says that he was at 4 or 5 episodes ahead, and he had the whole season at his disposal. He decided not to, because if he would talk about it, people would quit listening to him, and he didn't want to put himself or the viewers or listeners in that position, because people did not want to know spoilers of that show. And so it changed the way television was watched, and so on and so forth, the movies as well. Okay, let's see. Captain America, Brandon says Captain America was able to grab the hammer, right? Because he became worthy. He was worthy of grabbing the hammer. Tom Cruise, and this is Anita. Tom Cruise is a great actor, but very rude. Ran into him at a hotel bar once when Kenny and I were in LA for Dr. Phil years ago. Oh, that's right. I forgot you and Kenny were in LA and did Dr. Phil a couple of times. That's right. Yeah, we got celebrities on our panel here, folks. Absolutely. There's and I'm not doubting you at all. I don't know nothing about Tom Hanks. So it could have been, and if that's their experience with him, great. I guess Kenny has run into all kinds of celebrities, because Kenny and I ran into Road Warriors, a Hawk and Animal at a bar in Indianapolis after a wrestling match. Yeah, and they were actually, Road Warrior Hawk was sitting at our table drinking beer with us. It was great. Absolutely. Rest his soul. Rest both their souls, matter of fact. The Road Warriors both gone. So, but Road Warrior Hawk sat at our table. It was great. So let's see. In the last movie I went to, Fast X. So I wanted to see the Tom Cruise movie, and before that, there was another one that came out I wanted to see, but I didn't. One, because I didn't want to spend the time, and I figured, since I'm paying for a streaming service, why do I want to pay to go see a movie, even though it's $6? Well, when everything's said and done, it's 15, because I got to get the popcorn and the drink, because I got to have the popcorn. One of the reasons I go to the theater is to get the popcorn, because I like the popcorn so much. But they did change their popcorn a few years ago, which they didn't know people could tell, and I could tell. I used to go to theaters, once a week, once every 2 weeks, regardless of what was playing, because I wanted to get the popcorn. So, all right. So let's see. The last Thor movie, Brenda said again, was ugh. 5 minutes in is terrible. I forgot which one was the last Thor movie. Oh wait, yeah, because that's when. Oh god, yes. This is when they had Zeus in it as well. Yeah, it was horrible. They try to make it too comedic and make Thor too sissified. Not good. What's that on here? Oh, that's a comment I'm not going to bother with. They're one of those kind of things. So, movies. We can talk movies all night. All right. Hey, check this out over here. Buy me a drink or a cup of coffee. There you go. Go to andrewplato.com/drink, and you can buy me a drink or buy me a cup of coffee over there. All right. Something else, and I'm not even going to type this in here, but go to andrewplato.com/card, CARD, and this is my promotional thing for this evening. If you use your credit card at all, and it does not pay you a 1-to-1 basis. So in other words, for every dollar you spend, he'll give you another dollar of buying power. If it does not pay you dollar for dollar, you may want to look at what I have here for you. AndrewPaletto.com/card, CARD. I'm not going to get into details, but go check it out. It may be something that could benefit you, especially if you use your card quite a bit. AndrewPaletto.com/card, CARD. Go check it out. Okay. Let's see. Brenda, going to duck out. Jen's baseball is over, and we're going to watch On Patrol Live. Later, babes. All right, Brenda, she's ducking out on me. Yeah. Okay, Brenda. Check it out. Goodbye. Have fun. All right, here. Let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was watching SmackDown here. It's over next week. Okay, SmackDown. All right. But Jason Aldean, have you guys been following the controversy with this song? And I don't want to say controversy because it's Brenda says start earlier next time. Now, why don't you just tape your Patrol Live thing and watch it later next time? There. Okay. Have fun. I'll tell your husband I said hi. Jason Aldean. Let's see. Aldean lyrics. Try that in a small town. Okay. The Jason Aldean thing. This is so dumb. Apparently, there are people out there or organizations or political affiliations, I'm not going to get into any more than that are saying the lyrics to this new song that he has, it's called Try That in a Small Town, are offensive or racist, or I don't even know what you want to call it, or the proper terminology for it is. So let me read you some of the lyrics, and then you tell me if this sounds offensive or racist to you. Here's the lyrics. Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk. Oh, excuse me. Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk. Carjack an old lady at a red light. Pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think that's cool? Well, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you're going to make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long. For you to find out, I recommend you don't try that in a small town. So you guys tell me, is that offensive? I don't know. Is it? You tell me. Anyway, we can talk that stuff all night as well. But all right, here. I'm gonna bring that up. And then next time we're gonna get more and more into it next time as well. Here, let's see. Comment. Okay, so all of a sudden, either something happened or the viewer count just shot down extremely far down. We quit talking about movies and it went away. That's interesting. So if you're still Anita, Brian, if you're still in there, Lori, if you're still hanging in there, let me know if you're still there or not. The people that have been chatting back and forth, let me know if you're still in the chat or not, because I don't know if something went down with my stream or what happened here or what happened. This is interesting. It's just all of a sudden the viewer count went down. Huh. Interesting. So if you're still there watching, let me know. Because if I don't get any response in a few minutes, I'm probably just going to shut her down and see what the heck happened. So we'll see. But yeah, buy me a cup of coffee over here. AndrewPlayer.com/drink, and then we'll go from there. And yeah, so the Jason Aldean song, I don't get it. So somebody please tell me what's so offensive about that song. I don't know. Okay. All right. So let's go back to movies real quick. So Oppenheimer. I guess it's about a nuclear bomb set back in World War One, World War Two ish, that time frame. And I guess the actors in this. Hey, Amelia and Cole. I don't know if it's Cole or Amelia, but hey, how you doing? Hello, hello. So this Oppenheimer, Amelia, if it's you, if you're still in Italy, are you back? What's going on? Oppenheimer. I don't know if it's set in World War One, World War Two, or when, but I guess the cast of characters, and I don't have it in front of me. I'm just going by memory. Was Jason Bourne, dude? What's his name? It's called. Hey, Cole, how you doing, buddy? I'm assuming you're moved into the new place. You got to come check it out one of these days. So I hope it's going all right for you over there. Yeah, the Jason Bourne guy. What's his name? But he stars in it, and Iron Man stars in it too. What's his name? I don't remember his name. But apparently they do some pretty good work in it, from what I understand. From what they're saying, that they these guys are really kicking it. And I've also heard talk that there's possible Academy Awards for those guys. But I don't know if that's going to fly, because Academy Awards now are not based on acting ability, and it's just not. It's based on whether the movie is woke or not. And if the movie has people of all walks of life in it, regardless if it needs to have it or not, because that's what has to be rammed down people's throat nowadays. Hey, so let me get this out of the way. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what your sexual preference is. More power to you. Fine, have fun with it. I have friends that are straight. I have friends that are gay. I have friends that are all kinds of walks of life. Fantastic. Fantastic. But if you're telling me I have to be one of them, or I have to comply and do whatever anybody else says about it, you're wrong. Again, I don't care what goes on in your bedroom behind closed doors. Have fun with it. As long as it's two consenting adults, have fun with your relationship. As long as both people are happy in a relationship, doesn't matter to me what kind of male, female, unknown, or whatever you are. Right? Just have fun with it, and that's it. And treat everybody else with respect, the same respect you want to get treated with, and we can go from there. Cool with you, cool with me, and that's fine. But once you start telling me I have to do this or I have to do that, hey, you know what? You can kiss my butt. I don't have to do anything. Just like you don't have to do anything either. I'll accept you for who you are, accept me for who I am, and we're good to go. Deal? Fantastic. All right. It's a sad world when we have to come to stupid stuff like that nowadays. All right. So yeah. So my I thought my TV just went out. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop this, because tomorrow night we're going to get back on here and we're going to do this again. And it's been a long day for me. I'm going to probably watch just a little bit of TV and then call it a day, and we will go from there. But appreciate everybody being here for the time being. And where is my stream over here? So I'm going to stop it, and ask me anything tomorrow night. We'll go from there. All right. Again, now I'm going to say this: if your credit card is not paying you $1 for every dollar that you spend with it, you need to check something else out. Go to andrewpoletto.com/card, CARD. Check it out. Information only. Man, if it's for you, we'll get more information to you. If it's not, that's great. But it's something that's well worth it, especially if you use your credit card quite a bit. www.andrewpoletto.com/card, CARD. Okay. And I'll leave it there. So appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate Brenda, Cole, Anita, Brian, Lori. Thanks for all the conversations, and we'll have at it again tomorrow. Okay. Until next time, popcorn and whiskey. Let me get the drink up here. Until next time, popcorn and whiskey. We'll end it here. So good night, folks, and we'll see you on the flip side. Ciao.